Welcome back to Flatirons Tuning. We're here in the shop. As I'm recording this, it is Friday, June 21st. It is about 10:30 or so in the morning on Friday. It is race week, and the car is up in Colorado Springs, getting ready to, or basically practicing to run the Pikes Peak Hill Climb this Sunday. So we've done recaps for all of our testing and wanted to give you a recap for how race week is going. Pikes Peak is nuts because it takes place over an entire week. You do tech inspection on Monday, and then you're testing on the mountain Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you have Saturday off, and then you run the race on Sunday. And from being on the crew, what I can tell you is it is a grueling schedule. It's insane because you test in the morning before sunrise. You have to get up at basically 3 o'clock in the morning every day, bring the car up to the mountain, test, practice, and then they shut you down. You have to be off the mountain about 9 o'clock when the mountain opens to the public. And so you come back, you go to the hotel, you do whatever needs to be done to go through the car, you get whatever sleep you can, you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you truck it back up to the mountain, and you do that for an entire week. And it really wears on you. It is grueling. It is a grueling schedule. And that's if everything goes well. If anything goes wrong, then you're spending more time working on the car or trying to solve these issues, less time to sleep, and a whole week of this. It's not just over a day, it's over an entire week. And so, Friday is the last day of testing. Then there's Fan Fest, where you take the car up in the evening to downtown Colorado Springs to talk to everybody, which is great. But by the time you get to that point, it is, again, if everything goes well, you're mentally exhausted, and then you got to spend all night up there, and then you got one day to kind of recoup a bit, and then Saturday night you go back up the hill, set the car up in the pits, and then you run the race on Sunday. And again, that's if everything goes well. Now, if you followed our Facebook stories, Instagram stories, if you watched the podcast that I put up yesterday, or if you've watched our YouTube members video, you know that things have not gone well for us. We had a decent test on Tuesday in the middle section. Wednesday at the top, we were fogged in, didn't get any runs. Thursday, yesterday, was qualifying on the bottom section, and we did put down a time. The time we put down was 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Fairly slow, but we did put in a time, and it's because the cooling system failed in the last run. Sprayed coolant all over the windscreen. Car overheated a lot, and so Scott had to back out of it. So the good news is we have a time, but it's slow. So what I'm going to show you now is let's just go back into the shop. So you probably have seen that they brought the car back to go through the engine, because when you have that kind of a cooling failure, that is not a self-healing situation. It's just yeah, you got to go through the engine. So let's take a look at the shop. Let's see what's back here. The car is not here. Now the engine is here. That's the Pikes Peak engine, but it's not in the car, because the car is on its way back to Colorado Springs. So the last official day of testing in our qualifying day was Thursday, and so that's all done. Now, the more sane of us might say to yourselves, well, you got Friday, you've got Saturday, you've got almost 2 days to go back through the car. Why wouldn't you just do that? Well, because things haven't gone great this year. It's been a little bit rough through race week, and so when the guys showed up yesterday, they had a crazy idea. And the crazy idea was, if we could just get a long block back in the car, we can actually be back on the mountain tomorrow morning, because where they put us was back on the bottom section, same section we qualified in yesterday. If we get back on the mountain, we can shake the car down again. Maybe Scott can find some time, things can fall into place. Let's try and get back on the mountain tomorrow. So let's do a whole engine swap in a day. Not even a day, in 14, 16 hours, unlike no sleep. And that's what they did. So that's why the engine is in the back. Major shout out to Jeremy Agostino, who made the mistake of saying, hey, if anything happens during race week, I've got this freshly built engine in my WRX, I can just pull it out and bring it to you guys.
What's up, Jeremy?
Hey, man.
How it goes?
You know what I had to go through to get this out of the car? I found...
You were alone.
Not only was I alone, I discovered a ton of wasps made a massive nest on my engine crate.
In the car?
No. I went to go move my engine crane and suddenly I was swarmed by wasps. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
So as soon as I got the call yesterday, he got the call, and said, "Hey Jeremy, what you doing?" Nothing. Hey, you want to bring that WRX to us? Because yeah, we lost the engine. We want to put that in the car. And Jeremy, lunatic that he is, said, "Well, hey, why don't I just pull it out to save you guys that time, and I'll just bring you the long block." And that's exactly what he did. And he ended up sticking around until the wee hours of this morning to get everything back in the car, to get everything buttoned up and running. Major shout out to Viet, Alec, and Wyatt. Alec from Boosted Scoops that came down. After all of this, just drove straight through, got here, pulled the engine immediately, went to work until like crazy early this morning, and hopped in the truck and trailer and drove straight back. And somehow were able to get it on the mountain this morning. I did not think that it was going to happen by late last night, but it did. I only have 2 pictures that I can show you, and they're right here. The first is of the car on the mountain, but the second one is the time this got put down. 4 minutes, 22 seconds, within 2 seconds of his personal best. Completely nuts. It's 10 seconds faster than his best time when we spent 2 days on the bottom section about 3 weeks ago. So things are coming together, for sure. Was the engine hurt? Obviously, yes, but when and to what degree, hard to figure out, but we'll try and do what we can after the fact. But yeah, this is the thing with Pikes Peak, because it does take a whole week. It is a marathon, not a sprint, and things can fall into place. Things can come together, and they are coming together. The time is falling into place. The car is now running strong. I mean, we've got basically a day or so. We can go over and just make sure everything is as perfect as it can be, and then, well, it's the race on Sunday. But man, the energy these guys have put in and to make this happen, unbelievable. And let's go, man. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. All we got left is we got to hope for good weather. Is our qualifying time good enough to get us on the mountain before the rain, fog, sleet, snow, hail all comes in? Because it pretty much happens every day. But can we get a good run in and find out what time we can put down? Let's find out. So stay tuned. Watch the race on Sunday. We'll come back with more details of everything that happened this weekend and through the race. Yeah, thanks for your support as always. Thanks for being there with us, cheering us on, following the story. This is crazy. This is probably one of the wildest things we've been through. So, man, super excited. Let's see what happens. And yeah, let's just get this race going. Man, is it Sunday yet? All right. Well, thanks for your support as always. Until next time, stay tuned to Flatirons Tuning.